Hi, this is Aziz Khan with my today's video of different headlines. So, this COVID-19 is rising at record levels around the world, and the world is opening up as well at the same time, we can say. So, what was being feared from the start that maybe we will not go in the same way like a Spanish flu of 1920. There were some deaths, and then there was a lockdown, and then a lot of countries they stand against lockdown, and then the second wave came, and the second wave was very much fatal and very lethal, and a lot of people lose their life. So we wish for something good, but only wishing don't help in anything. I mean, we can wish anything. Wishing is no problem, but are we going in the same direction where what we are wishing? This is a big question. So we wish that this does not repeat. No one wants to repeat. But as you can read here, Brazil reports 1,000 deaths in a day. It's quite a big number. Infection spikes in US, India. South Korea says second wave is underway. So it's already underway, and Germany imposes a lockdown because there was an outbreak in a slaughterhouse. First, we saw there's an outbreak in Beijing uh, in a big market, and then there's an outbreak in a slaughterhouse. So these kind of places where food and these kind of things are being maintained, there also it looks that maybe the hygienic issue was there or whatever. But there is something brimming down, and everyone should try to take care whatever he can. But yes, if we have these kind of presidents, then Trump pays price for pandemic denial. I don't think this is the right sentence. I mean, if he loses the election, then yes, we can say that yes, he lose the election and he had paid the price. But I'm not fully convinced that he will even lose. He may not lose. He is not paying any price. The poor Americans, they are dying. So whoever is dying, he is paying the price. Trump is kidding, people are dying. Yes, so the people are paying the price. Not Trump, I mean, he's enjoying his life, and people are dying. The correction officer says that they were barred from Derek Chauvin's floor because of their skin color. So this is how US is still going on. I mean, even the officers are not allowed on a specific floor because of their color. Then what else is required? This is one of a big news, I think. Wirecard former CEO arrested for $2.1 billion missing, and this looks to be a corporate scandal. Not a may not this may not be a financial fraud, but it is a scandal because he created a hype by showing extra money that his company has $2 billion, and actually there were no $2 billion. So this is how sometimes we know that the multinational companies they try to play a lot of things. So uh, okay, this picture is changed, but the story is same. World number one resistor test positive. So it don't care that you are number one or number two. I mean, if you will not follow the SOP, then this will be. India suspends 3 Chinese business deals. So India is trying to overwhelm China somehow, but India should take care because Chinese generally they retaliate in very negative way. So Saudi Arabia bans international Hajj pilgrims. So I think this is very right and very on time decision. They are allowing Hajj, so a lot of people locally available. Inshallah, they will be doing Hajj, but people from outside will not be allowed. So if anything happens or if there is any outbreak, even small or big, it will, at least it will not be spreaded from in the whole world. I mean, it will remain within the boundaries of the country. So this is something that I mean, maximum, because Hajj is also very important. It's almost impossible to not allow Hajj, but yes, at least limiting people to a very high, because this is also, this should be a bit of I mean, it should not be taken as the good news in Muslim countries, but the good news, at least for us, is that okay, anyone should be doing it. There should be some people who should be doing the Hajj, inshallah, and that is, I think, enough in these kind of times. So Opera reopens with performance to over 2,000 plants. So 2,000 plants were given some opera performance. This is, I think, very good. And apart from it, we don't have any, I think, not any big news. So all other news are normal. Should go to BBC. Trump target foreign workers with new visa free. So Trump has put a freeze on L1 and H1B, and at least till the end of this year. And a lot of people have spoken very, I mean, because like Sundar Pichai of Google, he has also spoken very clearly that this will hit the American economy in a much more dangerous way than this man thinks of. So, but he is what he is. So let's see how America can tackle Corona and this man. Both are dangerous in some way or the other. There are some companies who are trying to ban Facebook ads. So let's see how it folds out. So how the fly, I mean, why some people, they just want to fly again? I mean, flying again is not bad, but what is the reason? I mean, if there is no big reason, then they should try to constrain themselves. So China is going fine. Paris enters new phase of deconfinement. So deconfinement has been started. China is doing good. China launches last PDA satellite to complete global navigation constellation. So China Beidou is fully operational now, and Pakistan is one of the what we say, that Pakistan is part of it, and Pakistan is using now Beidou. So China is, you can say that China has now stand on a different thing than US. US has its own navigation system, so China also has a full navigation system now. So there is no US dependency on navigation, because this could also be used as a very great weapon during any kind of war or anything, because US has the control over his satellites. So it was very easily possible that he can change anything in those satellites that any other country cannot use it, I mean. So now China has given a kind of second option. If you want to fight US, you can use our satellites. We will allow you. So New York also moved towards second phase of reopening. So everyone is, New York has a lot of deaths, but they don't care. Here we see that people are at least wearing masks, and there are not too many people. So maybe they are also starting to take some kind of care. US deaths surpassed 120,000. So a lot of people already lost their life in US. So China China says that no, China has not shown any new virus today, but let's see. Um, Iraq is closer to the peak stage of COVID as per their health minister. Apple announced Mac should use Apple chips. This is also one of you can say very big news for tech industry. So Apple should be using its own chips now. So Apple will be bringing some extra features which will be depending on its own chip, so they will not be available in other devices. So let's see what good Apple brings. So Saudi shoots down Houthi ballistic missile and drone. So this Yemen and Saudi is still in the conflict is still going on. UN order in human rights abuse in Libya. Corona is hitting South Africa as well, and it's hitting them also very hard. So they played a game and then Dimitrov and Korek get coronavirus. So apart from it, some protesters tried to pull down ex-US president statue in DC, but maybe he was a very strong president, so they were not able to take down his they were not able to take down the statue. Alphabet employee petition Google to end tech sales to police. So even the employee is going to end the tech sales to police. It's very interesting. So now we go to Reuters, and there is some I had seen some good or bad news in Reuters. New York is back to almost normal. There are now signal jams and everything. Bulgarian PM to be fined for not wearing mask in the church. So Finland scraps coronavirus quarantine for certain European countries. This is very strange. I mean, if you will open for some countries, then what is the guarantee that no one should come from there? The total cases are almost reaching 10 million now, and the deaths are also moving towards 500,000 point. Here in US we can see that, like for example, this a bit go down then up, going up. This went down then up, this went down and up, went down and up. So in US people are not ready. This guy is, everyone is criticizing him and he's mashallah trying to talk a lot, but I mean, if no one is going to listen to him, then what is the point in saying anything? I mean, the guy is saying and saying and saying, and no one is listening and listening and listening, then what can anyone do? So we don't see any exclusive news here. SoftBank kicks off $21 billion sale of T-Mobile shares. So T-Mobile shares of $21 billion are on sale. So this will bring the value of T-Mobile to very much down level, maybe in pennies or cents. So Kyrgyzstan ex-president sentenced to 11 years in jail. So no big news in Reuters as well. So let's uh, end today's news. So Corona is rising and we all are opening up. I mean, for me it's no problem. I'm sitting at home. I'm not going out. I don't have to go out as well. I mean, I'm not doing anything, so why should I go out as well? But people are not interested in, they are not, they don't agree with me maybe. Like this guy, he's always seen outside without a mask. So I can only suggest him, brother, this world number one, Corona don't recognize him as well. How it will recognize you? You are also world number one, but Corona don't recognize the faces of the people. So see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow with tomorrow's headlines.